Barstool Rundown, Thursday, September 21st, the big three of the...
When I think big three,
it's us.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited. We have a lot of range though now.
Yeah.
And Balls, you're a pop culture guy.
It feels like a Joey, Chandler, and Phoebe type of vibe going on.
Ooh, I love that.
Like, yeah.
I love that.
You giving yourself Chandler there?
I'm Joey, obviously.
Oh.
I'm single. You're guy. You got a girlfriend.
I was married. Well,
Fiance.
Yeah, Chandler was
season 5.
That's
season
true.
6. Sorry,
True.
they got proposed in season 6.
That's fair.
Season 6.
First topic: Tom Brady interview with Deion and Shedeur Sanders. Deion and his son Shedeur went on Tom Brady's Let's Go podcast. Shedeur Sanders revealed he drives a Rolls Royce. That is not fair. So this is where like NIL supposedly Shedeur is like can make up to $10 million this year.
Wow.
In NIL. Good for him. I always think the college players should get paid. But like being in college, it was like you could barely eat.
Yeah, but if I was in college right now, I wouldn't sign an NIL deal. What money was I bringing to Albany?
I think
Wait, you say you wouldn't sign one?
back.
No, I'm saying if I could, the way you were being like, I thought you were saying it's unfair because like when you were in college, you couldn't
No.
get an NIL.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should go back.
I could still enroll.
Eligibility. Go back to college and get an NIL deal.
Yeah, I could do like shot put. And be an NIL
Is
shot
that what
put.
your sport would be? Shot
The only sport I played after high school. I
You
was
did shot put?
freshman year.
Can you give me a little?
I mean, I'm sitting right now, but it was like that.
Ooh.
You were probably so bad.
Yeah, my best finish was like 3rd out of 4th one time. I got cut sophomore.
Third out of fourth?
Yeah, I got cut sophomore year. I have shot put.
You got cut from shot put?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else trying?
You must have been really bad.
No one wants me.
Yeah.
So what the reason I got cut that I tell myself was the coach at Kellenberg was a guy he didn't coach at Kellenberg. He just was like freelancing. He would just come to coach the throwing team.
That's his only.
Yeah. And so I think he had another job. But the first thing he said the first day of freshman year was like, if you're not going to have a sense of humor, you can't be on the shot put team. So I would just fuck around and joke around all the time. And I think he cut me the second year because he said I joked around too much. I was like, dude, this is what you said.
Oh, so he's a hypocrite.
I probably just sucked. Looking back on
You
it.
didn't get cut because you joked around too much.
Yeah, I probably just sucked.
You were talk shit at shot put.
But either way, I should go back to college and do an NIL shot put.
You 100. First of all, you should just go back to college.
Balls goes back to college.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that'd be a good
You do it
video.
Anyway,
Yeah, like Rodney Dangerfield.
sure. But yeah.
Back to school.
Back to
I got
school.
it. But yeah, Tom Brady said like I think he needs to get his ass in the film room, less time in the car. And he said, and Shedeur kind of went back at him and was like, don't you have a Rolls Royce? Or something too. And Brady was like,
He's Tom Brady.
Yeah, he's like, I rented it.
Brady's rented his Rolls Royce.
I think he was kidding. I don't really know. It was the most like famous people podcast in the world. Like no one was actually saying anything. Like, if you read that headline, it would be like, "Oh, Tom Brady was ripping in Shedeur." It's like, no, he was just like, "Get your ass in the film."
I feel like I'm shocked to hear Tom Brady say like, "Get your ass in there." I feel like that doesn't come out of Brady's mouth often.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I can't picture him being like the hardest hitter when it comes to interviews.
yeah, I also. That's why I think it's like, especially with Deion, such like a fluff piece.
Right.
Thing.
Right.
Deion has been like. Did you see where Deion came out about like? Basically telling his son that the defense sucked against Colorado State, and he's like, Dad, why are you putting this out? Like, why are you putting defense out first? Because like I know what Shedeur is going to do. I don't know what you guys do because you guys suck.
I think the funniest thing about what Deion said from over the weekend that I think I saw him like post about this a few years ago. He started ranking his kids.
Oh yeah.
But no one talks about it.
It's been getting talked about lately.
No, because he said it on. He was like, "Oh, Shiloh had 2 picks." He's like, "Shiloh's my favorite son this week."
He's like, I know all parents rank their kids, but no, I'll say it. It's like, no, you shouldn't rank your kids.
Wait, so he has 2 sons that are on Colorado?
Yeah, one's
Shedeur.
defensive. He's been on South Carolina and Jacksonville State, and now.
Okay.
So he's older.
Winner of the week though, Shiloh, number 1 in Deion's
did
rankings
win.
this week.
Shiloh
So
did
congrats.
Even though like Colorado's going to get smoked this weekend.
Who do they play?
Oregon. Oregon's like
Oregon.
They're minus 21 Oregon. So
Okay.
they're going to get smoked, I think. But hey, he's already 3-0. He's won the season. Even if he gets smoked, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that was a whatever. It was just weird. It's weird seeing Tom Brady do anything besides play football. That's why I didn't like it. Second topic, Taylor Swift and Sophie Turner were seen leaving a restaurant
No
together.
fucking way.
Dude, that's insane. The ex of Joe Jonas, what the fuck? Yeah, Gia, just you take over what's happening.
Yeah, so basically, Sophie Turner is going through a divorce with Joe Jonas right now. They were seen together 2 nights ago, Taylor Swift and Sophie Turner leaving a restaurant. They didn't go together, but they met up. I guess they saw each other there and they were seen leaving together. All this big news has come out today about how Sophie Turner is suing Joe Jonas for the custody of her children. She wants to live in England. Their whole plan was that they were going to raise their children in England, and now Joe Jonas is apparently hiding their passports and won't let them go back to England. And it's this whole thing, and she said that she didn't know about the divorce until the media started reporting on it.
Oh.
So people are kind of pissed at Joe Jonas, and it's kind of ironic because he broke up with Taylor Swift over the phone, so people are like, oh, Joe Jonas can't break up with anyone in person.
This seems healthy. Very healthy stuff happening. Just seems like it's gotten out of hand.
Yeah, it's definitely taken a turn for the worst. When they first announced their divorce, they said it was amicable and yada yada, and then Joe Jonas's team just kind of started throwing out all these crazy accusations about Sophie Turner, you know, that she's a party girl and that she...
Wasn't that something on the Ring camera or something?
Yeah, there was something on the Ring camera that was like inconceivable, like whatever.
It was a Monday night and she was out having caviar martinis, I read, with Taylor Swift. She's a bit of a party girl.
I mean, he's on...
They were having the caviar tip martinis, I read in the post.
Yeah, they're doing caviar bumps.
Reading that post?
Martinis.
Yeah. I like seeing celebrities when they go out.
That is a good
I
point.
wanted to see where they went. I think they went to a place called Tempe Bar.
Yeah, the Temple or
They ate at Via
Tempe.
Carota.
Did you look at the menu?
I've looked at
Via
Carota.
Carota is a very bougie Italian place.
Yeah, that's a very interesting thing to me. I always wonder how. I would like to know. That would be a cool thing to shadow a day, a paparazzi, like a professional paparazzi.
I think paparazzi are the weirdest.
It's the weirdest thing
I
of
would
all time.
feel
But how do they know where Taylor's going?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like Turtle in Entourage. Like he tipped off the TMZ guy just because.
No, that happened in Did you watch Bupkis this season of Bupkis?
I don't know if I watched it.
Shane Gillis is like he's in Pete Davidson's Entourage one of the episodes, and they find out that he's tipping off the paparazzi. But I would think Taylor Swift.
I wouldn't think. I wouldn't
Taylor
think
Swift was tipping
Taylor
off. How
Swift
did they
is
know?
tipping
Yeah,
off.
people, I don't know, people at the restaurant or something couldn't just tweet it
They
out.
also know like where she lives in the city, so like they probably just follow her from the city to wherever she's got
Where does she
from her
live?
house. I think Midtown or Soho. I think. Yeah.
Is it just like videos of? Remember those videos of Drake when he was here for a week? Is that just like her leaving and coming every single?
Yeah, literally, it's crazy. I mean, when she was in LBI, they literally had to stop the highway. It was crazy. Everywhere she goes, people just are crowded around, and it's wild. But yeah, they were seen like walking out arm in arm, and it was very funny. And then the next day, she's suing him. So people are like, did Taylor Swift plant the idea that she should sue him? But yeah.
In other news, though, Travis Kelce says he's embarrassed by the attention he's received surrounding. Yeah, I'm sure he's so embarrassed. Like,
I mean, it is kind of embarrassing.
it is. No, it for sure is. Like his brother saying that, even if it's a joke, like it's definitely embarrassing. But like, there's a lot more things to be embarrassed.
Yeah,
You hang
I
out with Taylor Swift.
don't know. It came out today. Like, I don't know if this news outlet is accurate. The Messenger. I've never even heard of them before, but
From what I heard from Kelly Keegs is that Taylor picks and chooses who she gives info to, and the Messenger was nice to her a while ago, so now she's giving the Messenger the exclusive.
okay, interesting.
That's what Kelly said. I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah.
I feel like everything about Kelce and Taylor Swift, it's hard to really come to a real conclusion until we know what's actually happening.
Yeah, because they said that they only hung out twice, and now it's been blown up into this huge thing. So like, if I was hanging out with a guy and telling everybody in the world, and my siblings were talking about it and everything, and then in reality we've only hung out twice, it would be very embarrassing.
Well, stick with me here, John. This is my theory, that the Kelces are plants for the NFL because they start a podcast together and they just make the Super Bowl together. And also, if I went to Netflix or went to Amazon, I was like, I want to do a whole documentary on an NFL center before all this even happened, because they filmed all last year of Jason Kelce at home. Who cares about an NFL center? Travis Kelce, I get it.
I think it's different though, because Jason Kelce's so good.
but like he's a center. No one like I get it. Like I know he's good because I've watched, but like no one really knew Jason Kelce before all of this stuff. Unless you're an NFL fan or Eagles fan, you know. But like if I want to follow Travis Kelce, yes, he's more of a celebrity almost than an NFL player at this point. But like why are they following around Jason Kelce?
I told this to Marty. I told this to Marty yesterday after I finished the documentary. The documentary was great. I love Jason Kelce. I love
that's
Travis
the thing.
Kelce.
I like him.
I love both Kelces. My only thing was I didn't realize what the documentary was about. When I put it on, it says we thought we were like the info says we thought we were documenting Jason Kelce's last season. Then it turned into this crazy year. And I'm telling myself, like, obviously I knew who Jason Kelce was. We're Giants fans. They played the Eagles twice a year. He's one of the best deserved of all time. But when I ever think that Jason Kelce, before last year, is Amazon documentary worthy, I don't know. And then obviously last year he becomes the most famous guy in football. It is crazy.
The NFL comes in like, Jason, listen. No, you're gonna go to the Super Bowl this year.
Like
you're gonna make a
podcast.
And
your mother's gonna be the star of the show too. We'll just make your whole.
And then you're both gonna make the Super Bowl. It's.
He's been such a beloved person, though, not like in the Eagles
G is also
community.
an Eagles fan, so that's why you're sticking up for your guy. I get it.
I
like him. I like him. But who
I get what you guys are saying, though, because like he's not like if you ask the average person who Jason Kelce is, they wouldn't know. But
like a typical Seahawks fan.
No idea.
They'd be like, "Oh my God, I can't wait for the Jason Kelce documentary before this year."
Before and their podcast started.
But I think people are so funny.
Yeah.
When they won the Super Bowl in 2017, I think Jason Kelce made a huge name for himself when he gave that like crazy speech where he was like, they thought Nick Foles couldn't throw, like whatever. Yeah. And I think from then on, he kind of gained more traction. And I think he's just such a well-known and beloved person that they thought he would be a good person, and he's so good that we're like, we'll follow him for his last.
I do want to make it clear. Like I love New Heights. I watch the clips. I think Jason Kelce's the fucking man.
Yeah.
There's people make a list of football guys you want to have a beer with. He's probably number one. But Jason Kelce.
He's number one.
Who else would be up there? Football guys.
I mean, it's a lot.
Give me one.
I haven't thought about
one better than Jason Kelce. Either way.
Joe Burrow.
I'd rather.
I feel like Jason would be way more fun.
100%. But the reason I'm saying this is because I've loved the New Heights clips and shit so much. They were filming this documentary before New Heights.
Yes,
that's
didn't
my
start
yet.
yet. So why would honestly, who would care about Jason Kelce retiring? Besides Eagles fans.
But I mean, there would be enough Eagles fans that would watch it.
From Amazon?
Yeah, I think so.
I just think it's a lot of question marks.
What's the local Philly TV provider?
Oh, Comcast?
Like, if it was a Comcast documentary, I get it.
Yes, I get that.
Yes, Comcast.
And everyone's talking about the Kelces, so I think
it is kind of crazy how much.
The first time the NFL brothers ever played against each other in the Super Bowl started a podcast that year.
It's all Bezos.
NFL wasn't in the news enough.
And Amazon does every Thursday Night Football. They have a relationship with each other. The tinfoil hat is. Next topic: F-35 that went missing and crashed and being blamed on the weather. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know too much about this, but I know it's missing.
Yeah.
That's
it did
big.
crash.
It did crash, but did they?
Oh, they know that it crashed.
They know that it crashed. They found it. Until today or yesterday, they didn't know. They didn't have an explanation as to how it happened.
Where did it? Do they know where it crashed?
South
Carolina.
Rural South Carolina.
Okay. Well, there was just a big storm there, like last week or 2 weeks ago.
The person died.
No, he parachuted out and just let the plane keep flying.
What?
And they overheard. They had some kind of recorded call that was made to the Charleston County Emergency Medical Center, and there's a quote in there that says about the pilot, he's unsure of where his plane crashed, said he just lost it in the weather.
There's just no way that's the answer.
That's
lost it in the plane.
I wonder if would he get in trouble?
This is the most highly pilots are the most qualified pilots in the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very important, expensive, very stealthy.
It was $80 million plane or something.
Yeah, I've seen 60 to 100.
I also will say, as someone who flies a lot, it's not the most encouraging thing when you see an F-35 stealth jet went down because of weather.
Yeah, what the hell?
Delta plane.
My Delta Airbus or a U.S. military F-35 stealth jet is going down.
Now, do people probably have their?
That seems a little sketchy. Yeah, I'm about to put mine on for this. That doesn't make much sense.
There was something that I think Russia might have hacked it. That was one of their claims. Like Russia or
this.
China hacked it.
I don't like this hacking stuff. I don't like any part of that.
I don't like it. I don't like when people get hacked.
Yeah, especially planes. But this guy just being like, yeah,
Don't they have like a black
I got
box
the fuck
or
out of there because of weather.
Or aren't the black boxes in the plane? I can't believe you just. Don't they have like a radar, like a navigation thing that they could like?
But apparently, since it's like he didn't turn the system on, and that like speaks to how stealth the plane is.
He
that they
might
couldn't
have had
find
to
it.
go back to
I think
army
he's taking the
school.
blame for something.
Yeah.
Something's obviously it's not. He didn't just like, hey, weather was bad.
Yeah, he kind of seems
You know
like he
what
has
the
no
weather
idea what
is
he was
also when
doing.
you're gonna fly.
You know what's
It really
pretty fucking
should.
stupid thought by me that just popped in my head, but it's kind of, I feel like it's rational. 2023, we got these stealth jets. How have we not figured out a way just to pilot them without real pilots?
I think
Whoa.
that's the whole thing. I don't.
It's a good question.
Like a guy at the Navy base is in basically a pilot seat, but he's
Hey, we
not
got- I
actually
mean,
there.
Well, I don't think they want to like get rid of like human.
We got cars parallel parking themselves.
No, I'm saying like it would be a human.
Is that not just a
controlling it,
drone
not from
though?
there.
Like a drone?
I don't know, just an idea.
Just an idea. I mean,
Pacific
yeah.
Rim, like Pacific Rim.
I get it. You want someone controlling outside.
Like
of
big robots?
No, like you know, like it wasn't like Charlie Hunnam's in there like punching the robot punches.
Yeah.
Like I'm at the Navy base in my pilot seat, but just the
That's a drone.
pilot itself.
That's a drone.
Like, then a big drone as well. A big lethal drone.
All right. Well, next topic. Maury wants to come out of retirement to do a DNA test to prove that Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson are brothers. Maury's got a lot of time on his hands now, huh? So Woody Harrelson has doubled down on a theory of his that him and Matthew McConaughey is his real brother in real life. What? McConaughey was born. His father refused to go to the hospital with his mother, claiming it wasn't his son. Woody Harrelson's father was a hitman who went by Charles. He did what?
Just by Charles?
Each one gets crazier. McConaughey's mother was alluded to the fact that she knew Woody Harrelson's dad. But she did not elaborate. McConaughey said it was a loaded
nude?
He said she knew his dad and like kind of
Oh, she's like,
weird, like, I knew his dad,
Oh,
but
like
then never
they got
elaborated.
together. His mom said they frequently frequented the same. Frequented? I've never seen that. Frequented
Have
the
you ever
same-
read out loud?
No, but frequented. It's usually frequently.
No, they frequented.
Got it. Yeah. The same similar place out in the West Texas, but she has never said anything beyond that. All right, so they're brothers. I mean, that's
So Woody wants to
that
do
would
it.
be more. That'd be the one to watch Maury's of all time.
Talk about pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it says Woody wants to get the DNA test. McConaughey is reluctant because he doesn't want to learn that the man he thinks is his father is not his real father. But it says that when he was born, his father refused to go to the hospital with his mother,
I'm a little confused about that.
claiming it wasn't his
what's
son.
Woody
So why
Harrelson?
would you want that man as your father?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just wants to get to the bottom of it, or is Woody?
Maybe
do
Woody
anything?
wants to like
Woody's acting.
piggyback off of
Woody
McConaughey.
acting?
You know?
I think he has like a weed farm or some shit.
They're like,
Woody
go,
Harrelson is
like,
an actor,
dude,
yeah.
just stop. Like, just go do something. McConaughey probably woke up and was like, why do I care if I'm?
But they're friends. They did that show together.
I've definitely seen like pictures of them hanging out.
They're like best
Really?
friends. Yeah.
They're buds.
What's that show that they did together? It's the cop. They're detective. True Detective.
Oh,
Great show. I highly recommend watching it if you guys haven't seen it. But yeah, they were on True Detective together for like a couple years, so like they know each other pretty well.
I mean, as just a fan of both their work, you could tell. I will say from like their aura on screen, they're obviously very similar.
yeah, totally. I agree.
Styles too.
Yeah, they're very similar.
They're like very like method. Like they really get
I would
into
almost
it.
say any Woody Harrelson role McConaughey can play, any McConaughey role.
So Woody Harrelson's the one.
Aside from the
saying
rom-coms, I can't
those,
see.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
coming out all about this. Sometimes he must be really bored.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, but it's Woody
it is
Harrelson
interesting.
instead.
I'd watch that. Yeah, I guess.
And
you
get
have
Maury
to
out of
know.
retirement too. That's a home run. Cherry on top.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, last topic. Woman is rescued from toilet in northern Michigan. Okay, got that. Unidentified woman dropped her Apple Watch into the toilet at the Dixon Lane boat launch, then climbed down into the pit to retrieve it.
Like climbed into the hole.
Yeah.
So she went into the porta potty. What?
Oh, that. And then she was yelling for help. That means she opened her mouth in the porta potty.
She should go to jail.
Wait.
She shouldn't be allowed to be at normal functions. Why? That Apple Watch is gone.
How do you get into the hole?
Probably got like stuck in it. Well, I don't know. Maybe some porta potties have bigger holes. I don't know.
Yeah, wait, I'm confused.
No, the
by
hole's big. You can get in.
The hole's fairly
really big.
a normal person can get in there.
Yeah.
I can't get in there, but like a normal person can get in there.
Yeah, I guess.
I'd be able to
but
get
it's
in.
like not even that deep. Like, how deep is it?
It's pretty deep.
Probably she might have I would think got like her head and her neck stuck in there. And
She got stuck with her shoulders, probably like head down, and like was screaming for help.
Why?
underneath.
Why?
She
Why?
had to open her mouth in there and yell for
Why?
I think she should not be allowed to.
Porta potties are like one of my worst nightmares.
And what part of your mind is like, yeah, I need to get my Apple Watch? Like,
No, you
And where was she? Do we know
Take that
where
L.
she was?
says
Dixon Lane, Northern Michigan.
yeah, northern.
No, like she was at a bowling alley.
A Dixon Lane boat launch.
That's what is that? That's
She-
A boat party?
She could have been a little more. I think she could have been a little more resourceful with her, maybe finding stuff to get. Maybe go to the store and get a beef jerky to wrinkle it back.
oh
or
my
something.
god, what?
Beef jerky?
I'm just thinking a longer thing she could have grabbed to like.
What about like a
Beef jerky going into a.
Or a stick. You're in Northern Michigan. She could have found a stick.
Yeah.
I'm more mad at you for thinking like getting a beef jerky to get an
I
Apple
was just
Watch.
thinking if she's at a thing with like a gift shop.
How are you
or,
gonna
like,
get the
a-
Apple Watch up with a beef jerky?
Yeah, they're like
a long
flimsy.
thing.
I get what you mean, but a beef jerky is the first
Get on
thing
the hook.
coming.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
like, I mean, boats have like little like equipment and stuff that you can use a rope. I don't know.
It
like,
seems like she
Yeah.
panicked and just jumped in there when she could have been more
yeah.
resourceful.
She's probably really drunk. If she's at a boat launch, I feel like that's definitely like a day drinking thing.
So and the fact the police came to rescue her is even crazy.
So embarrassing.
Like I would rather you let me die in there. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Also, a cop being like, "You guys, are you serious?" I let her stay in there for a little bit. Like you need to suffer because you're an idiot.
How does this even make the news though?
Because it's insane.
But like, who tells the news? Because obviously she doesn't want the news to be heard. Does
I think
the police
everyone,
tell the news? Who says
everyone just.
It was
filmed-
Chaps who
Someone had
blogged
to
it?
film it. Like
Like, how does one find out about this? I was wondering that.
Yeah.
that is true. I don't.
Well,
know.
Michigan State Police had to go get her.
He's like looking. Wait, that looks like a normal toilet too. Yeah, the police probably. You guys got to hear about this.
Then climbed into the.
It was only
pit
11
to
a.m. What
retrieve
time
it.
she started drinking?
Imagine being the bystander.
Wait, can you look up what a boat launch is?
Imagine being the bystander calling 911, being like, "Hey, you're not gonna believe it.
Yeah.
Someone's
But my mom's stuck in the porta potty and you gotta help her.
I'm guessing it's just like a boat show or like
Yeah, sounds pretty sweet.
everyone like all boats go at the same time.
Oh, is it like the ramp?
Oh, it's just
Like
a
that
ramp?
concrete ramp that goes down into the water that you like
I don't think it was
push
a
your
very
boat into
high
the water.
class-
Oh, so it's not a
I
party.
think it was a
shoot.
high class party.
I know, me too. I thought it was like, oh, we're having a boat launch. Like, we're
Maybe a
launching our
couple-
boat.
There's a couple canoes out there.
Yeah.
And they were like, "This is my
No,
boat
they're just
launch."
putting their boat into the water, is
Yeah.
what it is. I thought it was like, yeah.
She should be arrested.
Yeah, that's really bad.
After show, Washington Post cancel on Dave. I mean, yeah, obviously. When she said the funniest part where I thought where she was like, "I'm going to call." Dave's like, "When were you going to call me?" He goes, she was like, "Oh, tomorrow morning." Like, no, you weren't. You weren't going to call him
Yeah, just so
because Dave got it. But
conveniently.
yeah, he obviously kind of just beat her completely, and
Yeah.
they'll probably do a hit piece without talking to him again.
I love the misogenic.
Yeah.
It was very
Oh yeah,
funny.
Surviving Barstool cast came out.
Oh, yeah.
season 3. It's for $100,000,
Stacked cast.
which is it's just with all rich people. Besides, so they're just gonna get richer. Besides Tommy and Che and Rico, I would
Yeah.
say it's like everyone's rich there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's gonna be. Gaz being involved is very funny.
I can't see this ending well for
I just don't
anyone.
know how you don't try and take Dave out first, because like that's the scariest probably
Yeah,
competitor.
but with 12 cast members, they can do tribes.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be. I mean,
Oh yeah, that is hard. It's even. So like, how do you
tribes
even?
of 4?
all of the top people
tribes
have
of
not
6.
done something together like this.
Good
Like,
math.
it's gonna be one of the cooler. And then like, I remember I had to Dave like back in the day we did a sleepover at a gambling place that I won't name, and we like had to sleep in tents, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. He goes, "I am far too rich to be sleeping in this tent." And I was like, that's why it'll be funny to see him
Yeah.
even sleeping here and all of them. But that's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
And then Ryder Cup, 3rd episode is out now. I believe. I mean, the first controversy got like 20 million views.
That was crazy.
It's only us can something weird happen like that, because that is the 5 and 4 thing. I agree with both people.
I don't understand scratch
right.
golf rules, so I
Kirk
don't
was
know.
actually right, but then it was like, all
His
right,
reaction was
friends,
absurd.
that makes sense. And also it made a great clip.
Yeah.
15 million views at least.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys got anything else before we end?
Got anything, Glenn?
Glennie watched Jack and Jill,
I did for the first time the other day.
one of the worst movies of all time.
First
people say.
movie to do a clean sweep at the Razzies.
What'd you think about it?
It was quite shocking to see Al Pacino in it.
Yeah.
I've heard that Al Pacino was in it. I didn't realize, like, obviously I'm an Al Pacino fan. I didn't realize how few movies Al Pacino has been doing in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
If you look at his IMDb, like maybe his last 5 to 10 movies is Jack and Jill. Like it's
Al
Pacino. Like it's not like De Niro.
What is
Like
De
De
Niro
Niro.
in? I don't even know.
De Niro's still banging out movies.
Wasn't he in
nonstop.
he was in a recent
Pacino he was in Irishman recently.
Irishman, yeah.
But De Niro's still working constantly. De Niro,
Yeah.
I mean, Pacino doesn't. The fact that he
I
did
don't know
this makes
what
me
other,
funny here.
but obviously the obvious.
He probably makes so much money.
I
from
was
The
shocked at this.
Godfather
I
that
think
doesn't even
I
use
was
it.
shocked at this. He only has 64
Oh,
actors.
he was in House of Gucci, okay. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, he does like one movie a
He
year,
doesn't
it seems
quick-
like.
It's also he doesn't do like big roles.
Yeah, he was
Was he?
Paterno.
He was Joe Paterno. That's what he said yes to.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I
Like,
mean, he probably has so much money that he just doesn't need to. And he has a child now, so he might be a busy man.
Yeah, that's also.
An
Outside of that,
86-year-old
though,
father.
it was
Hey,
astonishing.
Glenn's been trying to tell people about Jack and Jill. No one wants to listen. But
Yeah,
it's
3.3
not-
on IMDb. There was a lot of great cameos. Michael Irvin was in it. Rich Eisen, Dan Patrick. Really? I think Rich Eisen was. Jared from Subway, which
Oh, God.
good.
Controversy.
big time no good.
3%.
Jesus
Is that the
Christ.
lowest on Rotten Tomatoes?
No, there's that.
There's 1%?
Oh, that movie that came out with the controversial director, it got a 0%.
There's got to be.
Roman Polanski's new movie came out and it got a 0%.
Roman Polanski made a new movie
Yeah.
in 2023.
Yeah, he's like hiding in France or wherever he is. And he made a new movie.
Wait,
and
can you look that up?
had a 0%. Look up Roman Polanski new movie.
How old is he?
The Palace, yeah.
When did that come out?
Does it say 2023?
September, yeah.
Wait, it's not out yet?
No, it premiered at some film festival.
I did not know Roman Polanski is still making movies.
He's probably was there
should
for
not
a day
be.
or something.
He
What?
should not be.
He probably was there for. Is he? He's really still making movies? That's crazy.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was like there for the.
Set to
fucking-
be released in Russia.
He was there for the Sharon Tate murders.
He assaulted like a 13-year-old
guy.
girl. He's a terrible, terrible,
Bad
terrible,
guy.
terrible person.
Bad
I also don't know how it works with
It's like only being released in Italy, I'm pretty
how
sure,
this
which
like
is like not a good
how
look
this,
for
like,
Italy.
exile from America stuff works. Like we know he's kind of obviously is into the
Yeah.
we know where he is.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works either.
Still out there.
Like
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if
Hey, this is what you get when you bring up Jack and Jill.
somehow
We get to Roman Polanski.
I'm shocked. I can't believe Roman Polanski's not only alive and still making movies. I would have guessed he was dead.
Yeah, no, he's hiding in Italy.
I mean, he was dating Sharon Tate in 1968.
I got no information on this guy. I didn't even know he did any of this.
Really? Oh, he's
Yeah,
super
all-time bad guy.
controversial, yeah.
All right.
Him and like Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, yeah.
All right. So Polanski's a bad guy.
Yep.
I can't believe he's alive.
All right. That's the rundown.